You could have heard this episode 48 hours early on our Patreon, patreon.com/indieheadspodcast. By joining us for as low as $1 a month, you'll receive episodes early and get access to our Discord server. All our coming episodes will be on our Patreon feed 48 hours before it hits our public podcast feeds. But if you're hearing this through our Patreon feed, we thank you so much for your support. And especially want to thank our Real Ones patrons, including Becca Tien, Jordan Mikowski, James Boss, Holiday Kirk, Marcy Anime, Chance Holdup, Josiah Duncan, Jenna, Matt Cameron, Grant the Back of My Dragula, Pablo Escobar's Hippos, Jackson Chris, Jeremy Bull, Andrew Grieve, JP, Matthew Taylor, Breen Hare, Drew Wharton, I Like Books, Sarah Moore, Max Kapazinski, Mark Barry, Cal 50, The Pee Pee Poo Poo Fairy, Chris Wade, Midwest Maxwell, Kevin John, Jake Wald, Keep Autism Weird, Rob Marino, Max, Dylan, Zach, Gavin 490 Freak, and Maze Farms. To become a real one, consider supporting us for $5 a month on Patreon to receive a bonus episode every month and get a shout out at the top of the pod. Anyways though, enjoy the episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Indieheads podcast. I'm your host, Matty Monroe, here with Grant and here with Natalie. And Grant, you are the reason we're here once again. What are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about something that's fascinated me for a long time now, and that is early MTV songs with particularly strange music videos.
Yes. I this is something that I have. I'm not as deep in the well as you are, but it's also something that's like always been in the back of my mind, like what's fascinated me. Because of course, as get your shot glasses ready, get your shot glasses and your liquor of choice. Todd in the Shadows. He's talked about a number of songs, early songs that he's referenced a number of these. So this era has always fascinated me. So I'm really glad you did put this playlist together. But I will let you continue.
I also learned about a lot of these from Todd in the Shadows, and quite a few of them from just my own perusing record stores. I made the set call to only include songs from 1980 to 1982, with one exception at the end. But I just decided this because by 1983, we had the music video for Beat It by Michael Jackson, and to me, that is kind of the defining... MTV is something of the culture and not just some weird shit that's on in the background to me. Of course, none of us were there for the MTV craze. None of us are Gen X, but...
thank God.
Thank God, yeah. Sorry, Eric Alper, but...
we avoided that brand of brain poisoning at the very least.
Yeah.
The one brain poisoning this podcast doesn't have is Eric Alper brain poisoning. Except for Gavin, obviously.
Except for Gavin, of course.
But I just find these because this was before people really knew what to do with the medium of music videos, so it could just be whatever you wanted it to be, and that's something we'll learn tonight through all of these beautiful, varied pieces of art.
Yes. Which, I mean, and of course, our first song/video, it had to be this one. This was the first video that was ever aired on MTV. It's the Buggles, Video Killed the Radio Star. And again, of course, this has to be the first one. But both in this playlist and also just like, of course, this has to be the first video that MTV aired. Like this was the early 80s. It's like, all right, we're making a fucking statement, and like we're saying it right away, like, hey, like, this is going to change the way that you listen to music or watch music for that matter, because it's television.
Yeah.
But also incredible song.
Just iconic shit. And like, even just watching it now, it's like you see all the techniques that are used in like so many early like primitive videos, especially like the kind of like superimpositions and like crossfades and like blue screen shit. It's basically you see the entirety of like the medium figuring itself out in real time.
Absolutely. I mean, even the title, Video Killed the Radio Star, that is prophetic. Like a mission statement for MTV.
Yeah.
And I mean, the song is phenomenal. I don't think there's a single song that's like this majestically produced. Like, I really love this song, and I have since I was a kid.
This is a genuinely perfect song, and I have stood by this for a long time, and it's the way that it like is so supremely 80s while also like filtering in these very kind of almost 1940s like affectations in it, and like calling to the very beginnings of like popular music is like it's so inspired. It's so fucking good. It's also very
like
funny.
Very retro futurism.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's very funny because the telling thing about that is when I was abroad recently, I came across what was it, Dancing Stage Euromix 3, which is one of the spin-offs of the Dance Dance Revolution thing, and this is fucking on there. It's not a Euromix like song, but this is fucking on there.
I mean, you can dance to it, of course, but you know, not on a DDR level, unless it's just like the easiest DDR fucking
this is like
DDR
the
level ever.
Guitar Hero 3 slow ride of DDR.
It pretty much, I was playing it on beginner, but it was like basically like you step with every like bass drum kick. Like that's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
But God, the little kind of like melodic codas that it does, I'm just great fucking song.
Phenomenal song. I think this song could have been a hit in the 80s. I think this could have been a hit today. This would have taken off like crazy on TikTok. I just
Are there
think
TikTok dances? Did the TikTok kids like the Buggles?
I'm sure that there are. I don't have TikTok. If I did, I would research this right now, but
I can see how many videos have used this song real quick.
Amazing. I assume because of the ways in which you two have prepared, have either of you delved into the Age of Plastic, the Buggles album?
I have not.
Good fucking album.
I have not.
The Plastic Age, the album opener is really good. Very unfortunate about the blackface in the music video.
Oh no!
Well, yeah, it was bound. It's the 80s. Even the greats. I mean, like I said, I just watched Stop Making Sense in movie theaters. The IMAX version.
Oh no!
Of course, David Byrne. We love him. Autistic King, the goat autistic maybe. Still guilty of blackface at one point.
Yeah.
Not great. But Video Killer Star has there is over 6,000 videos that use the sound of that song. I'd have to see the most liked ones are, but you
Music
know,
lives
like
on.
it again. And this is a great song, and I won't play it here. I'll probably just play it as the outro to the episode. But there's one of my favorite covers of all time is a cover of this song by Joyce Manor off of their 2012 record Of All Things I Will Soon Grow Tired, which of course is tattooed onto my arm forever. Do not get to cancel Joyce Manor, I swear to God. And it's a great cover, and it made me appreciate this version so much more, seeing the way that, like, hey, this is a pretty, like, very early new wave song, and seeing that, like, hey, you can turn it into, like, a punk rock rager, and it still has, like, the same emotions to it. It's an incredible track, and the video is great. I love how simultaneously how cheap it is, but also like how high production is at the same time, because it looks like they filmed this video on a $5 budget, but even then, like, it's still, but compared to some of the other videos that we're going to watch later on, this is a pretty high budget video compared to like
James Cameron compared to some of the stuff here.
Yeah, even while the costumes are very like college theater department, like the women in the tube, like very, very much just like we took a piece of like glittery fabric and threw them over your heads.
She's stuck in that tube like Augustus Gloop.
I was gonna say while we were talking about covers, I do like obligatory, but the I think it's the Ben Folds cover is also great, iconic.
Speaking of other people who are have questionable histories with racist things.
Oh God. But yeah, the Buggles again, they're good. I obviously recommend watching the Todd and the Shadows video. They've had a very interesting history. Take a shot. Again, everyone's going to die by alcohol poisoning by the end of this episode.
Yeah,
probably.
This is the episode. This is the Jonestown of the Indieheads podcast when it comes to taking a shot when Todd and the Shadows references.
But obviously the Buggles, they joined Yes at one point. They were a part of Yes for like an album. And then of course Trevor Horn, the man that we're hearing singing the song, was a very prolific producer throughout the 80s and 90s. He produced a number of big hit songs, a couple for Yes, of course. fucking what's the Yes song? I'm trying to remember what it is. The big song
Boner of a Lonely Heart.
that he produced that song.
Boner of a Lonely Fart.
Boner of a Lonely Fart. He produced Kiss from an Angel or Kiss from a Rose by Seal.
Fuck yeah. Banger.
He produced, again, a lot of really big stuff throughout the 80s and 90s. He has his production behind it. So again, it's just, actually, let me see, because okay, good, there's a playlist.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Relax, Look of Love, ABC, Owner of a Lonely Heart,
Slave to the Rhythm,
Grace Jones.
Speaking of music video shit, Godly and Cream.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
All the Things She Said, Tattoo.
Oh my God, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, he's insane. So he's had his hands on a lot of stuff. He's, again, very prolific producer. I don't think he's really done anything in the last 15 or 20 years, but I mean, when you produce some of the biggest songs throughout the 80s and 90s, you can kind of just rest on your laurels and just let the royalties come in from there. So yeah, again, great song, great video, and we're just keeping it rolling with our next video / song.
Natalie.
DEVO.
Natalie.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Is it time?
It is time.
Oh, what is it time for?
Matty, we want to play a game.
Hello, Matty.
No.
We want to play a
damn
game.
It. No, it is, again, it's been so long since people have gone behind my back for stuff on the podcast. God damn it.
Matty, would you like to tell the listeners what we just said to the Discord chat?
What is this? What is
Hello,
this?
Matty. We want to play a game. For years now, you've known that video has killed the radio star. But what has killed the podcast star? We would like to find out now. Before you is a playlist of multiple videos. Will you click on them and appease the fans? Or will you cause more suffering?
Wait a second. Wait,
Make a choice.
Is this the episode now? Is this the episode now? Are we not doing the episode that I've been preparing to do for the last day or two?
It's whatever you choose it to be. Live or die. Make your choice.
Okay, I'm at some kind of gunpoint here. Natalie has posted a playlist called "The Saw Craze After the Saw Days," and we have a playlist of Saw fan videos and songs that are, I guess, from the Saw soundtracks and fan cams and all that.
I think
so. First. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I will say up front, the plan, at least as I imagined it, is this is kind of the Shadow Realm version of the main playlist. And I think the main playlist, we can't get off from talking about Dog Police that easy, is my perspective.
No.
And so this is kind of our shadow version of it, where when we've exhausted everything we have to say about the MTV Craze playlist, we can fall back on these. And I do want to note, mostly because it's not immediately obvious unless you're looking at the playlist, that I have tried to match these as best I can to each corresponding Saw movie, some better than others. So this first one is a amazing AMV that somebody has just made, just synced to Hello Zepp and footage from the first Saw movie.
Oh my God.
And so
this is gonna be the longest episode ever.
Saw 10 in theaters in the coming days.
Yes,
I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Same.
Natalie is seeing it tomorrow.
I'm seeing it Friday. I'm waiting till
I gotta book my tickets right now, actually, while we're watching this.
Nat and I are kind of the John and Amanda of this episode.
Then I guess I'm the Gordon. Then
you could be the Dr. Lawrence Gordon, or you could be the Detective Hoffman, Matty. That's your choice.
I guess Gordon would make more sense, since Hoffman never got put through a trap until the very, very end of the series.
Until Saw 6, baby.
Till Saw 6. So I guess I'm Gordon here, because it's just like I can either survive, die, or become an acolyte of John Kramer.
I just gotta say,
who
Grant,
for the record, we should say, John Kramer
never killed anyone.
Never killed anyone.
Never killed anybody. People tell you different, but he never killed anybody. I was gonna say, Grant, I feel like you could do a killer Amanda drag performance if you put the time and effort into it.
Natalie, bold of you to assume. I have not thought of that before.
More fuel to the fire. Anyway, this one is pretty straightforward. It's just a super cut of the first Saw movie. We can move on. It's all about the element of surprise, though.
Okay, so this is in the back pocket.
If a white boy ever started talking to me and Hello Zepp started playing in the background, I'd just fucking lose it. I'd just accept that I was dying, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think there's Hello Zepp is the greatest piece of music ever made.
Hello, Grant. Hello, Grant. You've tortured many of your friends on the Indieheads podcast. But okay, I can't. This, I'm just in such shock.
I'm sorry,
just,
man.
like,
We've been planning this for a couple days
I can't
now.
really process. There's too much going on. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drink a beer. We're gonna kick back, watch some fun music videos from the MTV era, and instead you've brought John Kramer into this. Why do I mean? Of course, Saw Fever is going like crazy. It's Saw Timber.
You know who the best video icon of all time is? Billy the Puppet.
That's
and
true.
that's how it connects into this.
Yes.
Oh hell no! They're playing Hello Zepp in this bitch.
Okay, so do we keep going with Saw or should I play our next MTV song?
Let's talk DEVO.
Let's talk
DEVO, baby. I'm putting on a visual bit.
Oh, he's got the hat. Oh, hell no. He's got the Whippet hat. As I mentioned, this is one of the greatest cover songs ever made.
Yes.
This is an incredible... Better than the original, I would say. Which, I mean, my hot take of the evening... I think the Rolling Stones mostly suck, in my opinion. I think of the bands of their era, they're very, very overly rated. Got a couple great songs, but... Otherwise... Nah. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm kind of lukewarm on them.
QA is one of just the best, like, entrances onto the scene of, like, any band, period. Like,
absolutely.
Fucking fantastic album. Just, like, full-on blast of, like, putting your weirdest foot forward and everybody being like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think white boys have ever been quirked up quite the way they've been since Mother's Paw.
Let's see, tomorrow, Saw X, should I go for the 7:10, that was the first screening of the night, or the 9:55 screening?
9:55 is peak delirium, but 7:10 you're gonna get that, like, fresh reaction.
That's true.
That's true, yeah.
We'll go 7:10. I'll go right after work.
Yeah, I'm doing 8 p.m. They added a third fucking screening to my theater, even though the other two have only, like, sold maybe a third of the seats.
Yeah, that's it. I'm looking at the seats right now. I'm not sure if you can see. You listeners can't see, but there's not that many that are seeing Saw at my local theater.
Literally texting my boyfriend right now, asking him, what time do you want to see Saw? That's just what this episode is now.
Yeah. Okay, the other theater is a little more going on, but not... It's too far away. I'm gonna go, let's go 7:10. Actually, let me see what the 9:55 one is. Also, Baby just put a baby in a giant silver jumpsuit, giant baby in a horrible mask, just stuck a fork in the toaster and electrocuted himself. Sad. Rest in peace, DEVO, baby.
Rest in peace, DEVO, baby. So this is
I was gonna say, this is another one that feels very, like, bare bones budget. Like, they're literally just shooting it, like, with a fucking, like, blank screen projector, like, behind them.
Yeah.
Yes. This is also the only video, I believe, that predates MTV that's on this playlist. This was 79, MTV dropped in the 80s, but,
yes.
I mean, DEVO are so influential in what the rest of the playlist is that it felt like a crime to not include them.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I could have picked Whip It. I could have picked basically anything from DEVO. They have so many great videos, so many great songs. But this, to me, has to be on here for the reason that we're going to talk about our final song, which is a complete pastiche of this video. But this is a great cover. I like it better than the Stones version. Mark Mothersbaugh, Please Be My Dad. I Love You. I'm trying not to talk about DEVO 2.0 because we will talk about that band on a later episode. But I know both me and Nat are like itching at the bit to talk about.
Oh, absolutely. It's a good thing we're not, because I did not prep on all my DEVO 2.0 research. I think that DEVO 2.0 is honestly, they have a richer backstory than the original DEVO, and I will stand
undoubtedly,
by that.
Yes. Well, we will get to DEVO 2.0. We'll
at
get
some point.
In
the meantime,
let's get to Saw 2.0.
You know who else couldn't get satisfaction? Fucking Detective Hoffman building those traps, am I right?
That's true.
I know. All right, let's see.
Next up, we have the famous, the greatest cut to credits for Saw 2. Of course, it is Mudvayne with "Forget to Remember."
All right. Something just dropped.
How many of the music videos in this era, like, quite literally just... This is when people actually still tried with their, like, movie tie-in music videos, and they would, like, actually, like, put their band in the storyline of the movies.
Yeah.
God, Saw 2 is amazing. Saw 2 is, like, the greatest movie ever made.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Amanda Young.
Oh, the Mudvayne guy with one of the worst mohawks I've ever seen in my entire life. He's stuck in a shitty room.
He looks like if you took Ricky Rockman and just made him give up on life. We talked about Mudvayne on the Bands That Dress Like Monsters episode, I think. Seeing them without...
I think we have to have.
Seeing them without the Darth Maul face paint is, like, upsetting to me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there are so many bad mohawks in this band.
Just bad hairstyles in general. Like, this is, like, the first one is, like, very much, like... This is very firmly... Like, the last one, you can kind of classify it as butt rock. The one we listened to, the one that... The famous one with the music video, of course, you've probably seen it. This one is just, like, very firmly, like, generic butt rock, you know? Which is great. I love it.
The bassist is still in his Berber Dang mode, but he doesn't have the devil horns. It's just a bald guy.
Oh my god.
Billy!
The Mudvayne front person has the weirdest way of, like, choking the mic I've ever seen. Like, he's, like, got his entire hand, like, half of his hand is not even on the mic, and he's got, like, the cord wrapped around his knuckles, like, 3 times.
Let me see if I can do it with my microphone real quick.
Do the Mudvayne challenge at home now to win an exclusive trip to Matty's new apartment.
I'm gonna try to podcast like this for the rest of the evening. This is uncomfortable. I don't. Yeah, how do you? It's just again, like, that shit's just, like, tightened on there.
Matty, what's your favorite trap in Saw 2?
Ooh, okay. You gotta give me. Well, obviously the Venus flytrap is iconic.
Needle Pit's good.
Needle Pit is pretty. Needle Pit is gnarly. Needle Pit's gnarly. I would say either the Venus flytrap or the Needle Pit. Although shouts out to the 4 or 5 cops that got fucking electric fenced.
That's
the beginning of the movie.
That shit rocks.
I'm gonna give shout out to the razor hand trap.
Yeah, the razor box fucks.
Oh yeah.
I think the only trap in that one I don't really love is the furnace.
Oh my god, they're doing the Saw editing in the music video.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Did Kevin Grutschert also edit this one?
I'm gonna do my own research, but
oh
yeah.
I forgot one of my bits I was gonna do. Who's the dumbest Saw guy in each of the movies we're talking about? We talked about Saw 1 and Saw 2. I think
Saw 1 is Zep.
Yeah, let's pause. We gotta focus on this. So I'm gonna pause the video for a second so we can focus.
No,
Saw 1.
Zep for me, easy.
So yeah, Saw 1. Zep is the dumbest guy. Just shoot him. Shoot him, or just go to the hospital. Be like, hey, I was poisoned. You know, like
I was poisoned.
or just go to iwaspoisoned.com. You're gonna find your answers. You didn't have to kidnap Gordon's family.
Can someone put all of the Saw 2 people in the gas house on I Was Poisoned?
Okay, so Saw 1 Zep, that's an easy one. It's so funny that the fucking, like, the Saw theme song is called Hello Zep, who's a character that's not even mentioned past like the first movie. Like, no one gives a shit about him.
It's also spelled differently in the song title than his name in the movie.
His name in the movie. It's spelled with two P's.
Yeah, the track is 2 P's. In the movie, he's 1 P. I do have background on this music video that I will relay to you here. In September 2005, Mudvayne met with Darren Lynn Bousman, who was making Saw 2.
Of course.
And Bousman showed them the Venus flytrap scene. And Mr. Gray from Mudvayne told Bousman about the conversation at Bob's Big Boy 2 years earlier. And Bousman revealed that he holds his production meetings at the restaurant.
He's just like David Lynch.
Yeah.
That Saw 2 had been based on a screenplay. Gray is actually in Saw 2. I do not remember where, but he's in there. And then Bousman, because of these meetings, decided to direct the video. So this is a Darren Lynn Bousman product.
Ah,
hell yeah.
Okay. All right. Hell yeah. That's great. All right. Now, biggest dumbass in Saw 2. Let's get to it.
It's the guy that looks through the peephole for me.
Yeah, big. That one, that one is idiotic. It's just like, of course, here's the thing. With the Saw movies, you just gotta toss your brain out the window. Like, you just can't think about it too hard because you're gonna lose your mind. The fun of it is letting go. All right, but even then, that guy is just like, why are you looking through the fucking peephole? What are you gonna see in there? And also, just like, how did Kramer and Hoffman and Amanda predict that someone was gonna look through the peephole and get shot in the fucking eye? Like, I know the whole thing with Jigsaw is that he's able to predict the human mind really well. But even then, come on now.
Do you think there are just a bunch of other guns around all the Saw traps that are just waiting to go off if people look in certain directions?
That'd be great.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, hey, we got Saw X coming out.
That's
so
true.
We may get more information.
Make it a recurring bit. I was gonna posit for Saw 2 the like big hulking guy who's like slowly offing like each of the people.
Oh, Xavier.
Xavier,
yes.
That's it. Just because I've never gotten over the fact that he cuts off the back of his own neck and then just decides to like pocket the skin flap like he's gonna save onto it for later.
I mean, to be fair, he was being poisoned. He was delirious. He wasn't thinking straight, you know. Although, again, very, very funny. I will say a big dumbass. Again, we can go through 3 categories. We can go, obviously, just people that were not in the gas house, people in the gas house, and the cops. Detective Eric Matthews, giant dumbass.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that goes for all the cops in the Saw series.
That's true. All he had to do was just wait. Just wait. Just wait.
Just chill.
Because his son was in a safe place. A safe place. Which is
I appreciate the Saw 7
he loves puns.
callback here.
He loves puns. He loves puns. But we'll continue our dumbassery because here's the thing. Saw 3, I think we're all in agreement who the biggest dumbass in Saw 3 is.
Yes.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We will get there.
Yep.
But let's keep going on the MTV Craze. Walla Voodoo, Mexican
banger.
radio.
Yes.
Absolute
This is a
banger.
banger.
Of all of the questionably racist like 80s new wave hits, like this is the best of the bunch.
That's its own genre, honestly.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
And of course it makes sense that it's questionably racist because of course the lead singer is Max Landis, of course.
Oh,
so.
God. Oh, God, I can't see it.
No, you know what? He reminds me of, oh my god. The main character in fucking After Hours.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
To me, he's a little bit of a David Naughton in American Werewolf in London.
Yes! I mean,
Is
also
that the same
Landis product.
Of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
also Landis product.
We just can't escape talking about people and things involved in terrible aerial tragedies. This is the 3rd week in a row. At least it's not 9/11 this time.
Yeah.
This is more respectful than what Rolling Stone did with John Landis, let's be real.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that roll. I did not. You can't get me to read that fucking shit. But the tweets that I saw, like, it's total whiplash. Like, maybe this shouldn't have been a ranked list, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just pick
Maybe
50
it should be
things.
just a list. Maybe
just a list
by year or something.
By year, just like, hey, here's the worst thing that happened this year. You know, that would have been fine. People would have gotten their ranking, fulfillment. But is John Landis doing labor crimes and murder, is that worse than when MTV canceled fucking Rock of Love or whatever the fuck?
They put the
Like,
slap higher than that.
They put fucking Lord and Miller getting replaced on Solo higher than John Landis.
Oh my god, that was the one that was above it. Oh my god. What the fuck? Rolling Stone again. It goes beyond Rob Sheffield, folks.
Sorry,
all right?
Vic
It goes
Morrow.
beyond Rob Sheffield.
We do have to get back to the video purely because the iconic bit of this is coming up.
Of course, yes.
Of course, the barbecued iguana.
Barbecued iguana.
I don't think a white boy's ever delivered a vocal performance as good as this. He's doing some Three Stooges, like, yak nya nya shit, and I love every second of it.
I mean, he's basically just doing, like, we were talking about it earlier, he's doing, like, proto, like, David Byrne here.
Yes.
Well, this came out like before.
After. Yeah.
This came out after. So it's, but again, definitely very influenced by like Talking Heads had a type of white boy feeling different. Let's just say that.
Stolen David Byrne Fowler.
Yeah. Which of course, a song that's not on this playlist, we'll just get it out of the way. Once in a Lifetime is not on the playlist. It's maybe just too big, too iconic.
Yeah.
Like it goes beyond.
Yeah.
Like that. It goes beyond.
We'll get a chance to talk about it a little later.
Yeah. I love how
here we
close...
go.
Oh hell nah. Oh hell nah. That is that the guy? Is that the giant from Twin Peaks?
Wait, what? Oh my god! Wait,
is it?
I think that.
Hold on.
I think it is. That's the giant from Twin Peaks. I remember watching this video being like, "Is that him?" I didn't look into it any farther, but here we go. And open the beans, and
there we
go. He is.
Hey.
Come.
Anyway,
that motherfucker is in some beans.
You know a video is cheap when they have to rely on the "let's film us filming the video" move.
Yeah, but I think it works. It's pretty. They do it at least in a creatively filmed way, you know, where
it is the
so
giant from
close
Twin
up.
Peaks.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Let's fucking go.
That means this video is Lynchian.
Oh.
I mean, it is a little Lynchian, you know, but it's a little, you know, like I said. David Lynch, another white boy that made other white boys feel a little different, you know.
David Lynch taught me it was okay to be weird.
God damn it. Let's keep it rolling. Let's get back to Saw. Let's get back to Saw 3.
You're so eager about this for somebody who's so...
Well, we're all excited for Saw here. We're all excited to go see Saw X this weekend.
You would be so mad at this, Matty. I'm glad that you're embracing this bit.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I of course I was mad because of course I'm autistic and I don't like when new things come my way. But now that I know what I'm in for, I'm able to prepare and be ready for it.
Then you thought we're giving you a gift. We're giving you a chance to appreciate life.
Exactly. I want to appreciate my life. I'm going to appreciate this next song, which is Helmet's Monochrome. Which, by the way, when I do the description, should I even mention this at all? Should I just
no, bring it on?
Okay,
absolutely not.
We're gonna spring it on the listeners, of course. So even in the description, you guys, you're gonna not have any idea. No idea. Oh my! Is he wearing the fucking? Oh my god!
He's in the director's chair.
Hell, he's singing.
Billy's singing the song.
Yes, this video rocks.
I did think for a second they had the guy from Helmet in the Billy face paint singing.
No, he's in the TV.
But it's just Bill.
This is analog horror.
Yeah. I'm going to pull it up here, but one of the things I wanted to mention with Saw 2, but is especially applicable with Saw 3, is, like, this middle stretch of the Saw movies, they just had, like, some of the most, like, banger butt rock new metal soundtracks, like, of any
absolutely
like, movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling up Saw 3 as we're talking now, because I feel like it's important to run through it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to throw these videos on my Halloween music video playlist, because I didn't know these exist, but... Well, I knew one of these that we'll talk about later existed, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah. Speaking
of videos about filming the video, this kind of is a perfect, like,
it's a perfect tie-in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will rattle off a number of songs that are in Saw 3, which includes, I believe the cut to credits is All That Remains This Calling.
Of course.
Helmet Monochrome, you've got Slayer in here, you've got Lamb of God, you've got Disturbed, Blue October, Drowning Pool, Avenged Sevenfold's Burn It Down, Bullet for My Valentine, Suffocating Under Words of Sorrow, parentheses, what could I do? classic. Meshuggah, Mastodon, Ministry.
Oh my god.
This owns. This soundtrack
That is
fucking owns.
great.
God damn. Got the whole fucking butt rock Avengers in there. God damn. But okay, of course, we gotta talk. The biggest dumbass in Saw 3. I think we can all agree. So let's all say it in
1,
3, 2, 3.
Jeff.
Slow ass motherfucking Jeff.
Jeff is a dumb motherfucker.
Maybe the dumbest guy in the entire Saw series.
I'm gonna debate on that on a later one.
Same.
But
Same.
Jeff is number 2 to me.
Okay, that's
Jeff
fair.
is one of the dumbest motherfuckers who ever lived, and it's like, which makes it amazing that the entirety of Saw 3 hinges on his dumbass like choosing to shoot Amanda.
Oh my god. Shoot Amanda, and then also just going through the traps as slow as humanly possible.
This motherfucker was mincing.
Yeah, he's just like, oh god, I don't know if I need to let this person
Yeah, he
live.
could have saved that first girl so easy. But he just stood there and he was like, oh, what?
And just let her freeze to death.
Yeah.
And then the one guy he fucking saves in the movie
He gets
somehow gets killed. Gets a fucking shotgun to the brain. Like, god damn.
On that note, should we move on to?
Yeah, let's get back to MTV real quick.
Rest in peace, Amanda, and rest in peace, John, is all I want to say about
Amanda.
Saw 3.
They'll be back. They'll be back. Gone but not forgotten.
Gone, but
Rest
not
in
forgotten.
peace. Rest in peace, Lynn.
Rest in peace, Lynn, not
Rest in peace,
Jeff.
Rest in peace, Lynn. Who else died in Saw 3? Rest in peace. Who's the cop lady that died at the beginning of the
Detective
Angel
Carey.
Trap? Rest in peace, Carrie. Again, we're just gonna do the memories
Rest
video
in
again
peace,
before all the.
the homie from Jesse Gemstone's crew that was killed in the school.
Oh yeah, in the unwinnable trap.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, anybody who's died in this world.
All right, let's get to our next track, which is "I Want to Be a Lifeguard" by Blotto.
This fucking song.
What the fuck is this? This is what this one was so strange.
This is when we started getting into a little bit of silly mode. This was, I believe, we looked it up. I think the 26th video ever played on MTV.
Okay.
And this is just kind of a good indicator of the stuff that isn't well known now that was playing on MTV that you could catch. It was like all this and Styx and REO Speedwagon and Rod Stewart. So in between some pretty easy listening, you just get weird new wave punk kind of CBGB type shit like this.
Mm-hmm. This is where we start getting into like truly cheap territory. Like the videos here, like the worst production values you've ever seen of this time period. Like,
yeah,
this is what? Okay, I was trying to figure out what this video reminded me of, Grant.
Mm-hmm.
This video reminds me of fucking SOS from Red Letter Media.
Yes!
The best of the worst video. The Chinese cult video. 100%.
I was going to say it kind of reminds me of the horror movie Slaughter High, just because the production is so bad and the singer is so goofy. He reminds me of the slasher in that.
Yes.
But either way, it's very low budget. Everyone in this band looks like a dad.
Yeah.
They're so cheap that they did not have a visual and just pointed to one of their eyes for the word "I."
There's not a hairline in this band that isn't receding. I kind of love it.
This song baffles me. I had never heard this before, and like even beyond the video, this is just a very strange. We get into this territory a few times, and we'll get into it with the very next song. But these novelty songs that spend so much time on the build-up that like you get to the first chorus and then it's like halfway through because they don't really have any material.
Yeah, no, this is it, again. It gets worse. There's worse ones on here, but this is definitely like, all right, why is this? This video is 4.5 minutes long.
Yeah, this song could have been cut down.
Yeah,
like we'll get to another video. They know they kept it short.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
A video later on.
Exactly.
I will
if
say,
you're this novelty shit, keep it short.
Shout out to Alec Felder, the one person on Earth I know who has heard of Blotto before I made this playlist.
Oh god, we should have had Alec on this episode, maybe.
Great on this. But I don't know. This is just, I like this the same way I like very early Elvis Costello and the Attractions, but this needed some editing, and I think that's why Blotto didn't make it.
No.
I love
And
that he
also the
suddenly
fact that again, these are just men that all look. Again, the camera was not made for these men. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
much,
in the era, Duran was just around the corner. Blotto wasn't going to
exactly.
They never had a chance.
Oh god. And like I said, you can see the evolution of a receding hairline throughout all the members. Like we pitched this, but you go to one member, it's like, okay, he's got like a pretty full hairline, but you can tell, you just know, know it's gonna go at some point. You can see the early signs, and then just progressively goes down between the members. Then you get to like the drummer, I think, who it's just gone. His hairline's just gone. It's out of there. Should have shaven that shit a while ago. Time to give up.
Using the Blotto chart to detect male pattern baldness. Like, this is a crazy-ass band.
The Blotto guy shows up on, like, infomercials 20 years later, like, late at night while you're surfing the channels, talking about, like, this miracle hair recovery product.
Yeah, this is a band built for Rogaine.
Oh my god.
I hope Blotto isn't... I hope Blotto is... I shouldn't say I hope the Blotto guys aren't alive, but if... They seem like guys that would find this and be insulted, so I kind of hope that they aren't with us so they don't hear me.
We'll see.
I could have just said I hope
YouTube.
they don't hear this, but
yeah.
I don't hope you're dead, Blotto. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Okay, here we go. For some reason, this video has like an end credits where it's all the band members, and it's just, like the worst, horrible VHS screen grabs of the guys. We've got Sarge. We've got Broadway, who is doing like a swimming move, and he looks
like Chevy
terrifying.
Chase.
He looks like Chevy Chase. Like Chevy Chase or like Alan Ruck, but like uglier. This horrible, doing a swing notion, horrible. Bow tie, who looks like Elvis Costello a little bit. He's got the glasses.
Cheese.
Cheese. The bassist called Cheese. Which it's like Shut Up, the band Shut Ups. Their bassist is Bud, which I think is great.
He looks kind of like Greg Turkington.
Yeah, I think if you're a bassist, you should have a dumbass name. And then the drummer, Lee Harvey,
Oswald.
Is he alive? And was he playing in Blotto?
Have we interrogated the Blotto guys about where they were in 1963?
Yeah.
Or say, were you in Dallas, Texas on November 17th,
well, that's
1963,
one life they didn't
Blotto? Guard. Jesus Christ.
Well, you know who else did not have his life guarded and tragically died at the end of Saw 3?
John Kramer.
That's right, John Kramer.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Lynn did not keep him alive long enough. Or maybe did. Maybe did.
News.com.
Okay, so... Okay, Natalie, what are we about to watch / listen to?
I believe this is the first AMV.
No, this is actually an official music video.
Okay.
This is X Japan. This is the first song made specifically for Saw, because it is called 4 for Saw 4.
Okay.
This is an actual official music video. It's just a fan posted it.
Yeah.
I
they
remember
literally
this...
have the 4.
Yes.
They have they're playing on a helicopter pad that has 4, as in like the Roman numeral 4.
I remember this song vividly. I think other than the songs that I already knew outside of Saw, this was the first way I knew of Saw as an entity, because I believe this is a song you can get on like the Rock Band Network, like OG
I believe
Rock Band
so,
Network.
yes.
Because I remember seeing this there and being like, I have no idea what this is, but like it sounds cool.
Also, it's just, again, being a band from Japan and calling your band X Japan is just... How lazy are you guys? You couldn't come up with a better band name.
I'm gonna see if they're still active and are doing anything for Saw 10, because they do have the X right in the title.
Okay,
yes.
I had to look it up, and this is the first Saw soundtrack that I actively, searched out, because Emily Autumn's Dead Is the New Alive is on it.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, this was them. This is them after they reunited specifically for this.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Imagine.
Also, this is so... Which, I just gotta say, so far, this is so soft. This is soft as hell for Saw.
This is putting the Saw in soft.
Oh.
It's like, why is this like, fuck, it's like somewhere between like Journey and System of a Down, you know?
They're a lot more like melodic metal than like the new metal stuff.
In Saw 4, of course, if you watch Saw 4, the editing, it's very melodic. Everything kind of rhymes and goes into one another. There's the great transitions that
of course,
just
when,
perfectly seem together.
The first trap with the lovely lady in the ponytail that gets scalped when she goes through the window, and it just cuts to Agent Perez in the police station.
Oh my god.
Sick as hell. Sick as hell moment in like the worst Saw movie.
People were not ready for the editing in Saw 4. They just weren't.
Would you say that Saw 4 is the worst Saw movie?
No. We have worse to get to, but
I mean, of the original main line.
Of the original 7.
Of the original, yes. Yeah, I would say.
I would agree.
Sorry, the very dramatic cuts to the John Kramer's wife's miscarriage.
Jesus Christ. The miscarriage that was caused by Cecil, who was getting drugs.
The dumbest motherfucker.
Okay. Is he the dumbest motherfucker?
Him or
no, I
Riggs?
think it's Rig. I think it's Rig. I think Rig is the dumbest motherfucker in Saw 4.
Riggs might as well not exist in that movie.
Yeah. Like one of the more forgettable characters.
Mm-hmm. Like, literally all he does is just fuck things up. I do want to say, I was looking it up. Apparently, the last thing that X-Japan was known for is getting into a legal battle with Elon Musk because of the X. Yeah, because they own the trademark to the name X-Japan, and therefore it could not be called X in Japan.
Hell yeah!
Let's go.
But yeah. This is where the Saw craze really starts, because now you have bands fucking reuniting for this shit. Like, coming back from the dead to make a song for the worst of the mainline Saw movies.
Mm-hmm. Which, here's the thing, people would debate that, because obviously there's Saw 3D, aka Saw 7, the final chapter.
Wrong. They're fucking wrong.
They are wrong.
I think Saw 7 has this moment. Saw 7 is like so bad. Like, here's the thing, the Saw franchise, most of them are so bad it's good, but like Saw 7 is like a specific so bad it's good kind of flavor to me.
I will get there. We'll get
there.
To people that say that Saw the final chapter is worse than Saw 4, I just have this one question. Which movie has Chester Bennington in it?
We will also get there.
That's true. We'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh my God. Our next.
Yes.
Okay. Speaking of getting places,
I am going to spend half an hour on this shit.
Natalie,
I hope you're ready.
The floor is yours.
I hope you're ready. God. Matty, do you want to introduce what we have coming up here?
Okay. This next video that we're going to play.
Take a shot.
This is okay. I wasn't going to mention Todd on this one, not yet, at least. This video, so I found out about this video through Todd in the Shadows, of course. Okay, I guess I was going to mention him right away. And he just randomly mentioned this on a One Hit Wonderland episode.
I think it was the Mexican radio episode.
It might have been Mexican radio. Yeah, you're correct. And I just saw a 10-second clip of it from the video, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And this is Dog Police, which was... Again, listeners, this was a music video / song that could not exist at any other time. Like some of these other ones, like you can go, DEVO, that band, post-punk is always unpopular. A band like DEVO could still, they weren't going to be as big as DEVO back in the day, but you can still have a sizable fan base. The Buggles video to the Radio Star, that's just like a very all-time great pop song. Mexican Radio, Wall of Voodoo. Honestly, at least in the indie scene, it would have fared pretty well. If fucking Macula Dog can have a bit of a fan base, I think fucking Wall of Voodoo would have been just fine. Dog Police, this could only exist at one time, and that is right before Beat It by Michael Jackson comes out. Like, it's like right when MTV launched, and they were willing to play a lot of like stuff that they would not be willing to play otherwise. Like, this is before we really get to the big music video boom, where again, like, if you are a pop star, if you want to make it in the industry, you have to make a music video. This is right before then, and this is Dog Police.
Dog Police by the band Dog Police from the album Dog Police.
That's right.
Yes.
Important to mention.
Nothing can prepare you for this guy. Well, if you've never heard the song or watched the video, which by the way, most of these videos, you should probably go see the video. Some are not very notable. Listeners, I want you to pause this episode. and I want you to look up Dog Police on YouTube. All right? Go watch that.
Hold the fuck on.
And then come back.
This was uploaded to YouTube by Garrett Gilchrist, who was in Gorilla Interrupted with Red Letter Media.
I did notice that, and I want to make sure this is like that Garrett Gilchrist. It has to be. Like, let me see. Just to double check and make sure. Okay, view email address. I'm not a robot. Submit. Okay, this actually might be that Garrett Gilchrist. Anyways.
Fun game to play.
Now that you've hopefully watched Dog Police and you're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, let's watch Dog Police.
Fun game to play, by the way, is if you have watched Dog Police, show Dog Police to somebody that you love who has never seen it before, which I did this week, and got a lot of very indignant responses to.
Which Dog Police, of course, famously, this was George Lucas's side project because the frontman is George Lucas. He's not actually George Lucas, but he looks a lot like George Lucas when he has the glasses on during the date scenes here.
See, this... No, you go.
I was just gonna say, they look exactly like John Carpenter's band he had with Tommy Lee Wallace and Nick Castle that did the Big Trouble in Little China theme. Like, almost God. Spitting image. The Coupe de Ville.
I was gonna say that, this is like the perfect... We were talking about the Blotto song. This is the perfect ideal of a novelty song for me, and especially a novelty song that, like, as Matty's talking about, comes where it does, because, like, there's no way this band was ever going to make it past 1983, and so, like, this is, like, the ideal period where it's, like, you have this moment that's, like, crystallized in time, this single thing that then immediately becomes obscure, but because it had that, like, brief glimmer, people will remember it and unearth it. And it's, again, like, it takes, like...
I'm sorry.
Yes,
Natalie.
yes.
The close-up on the dog effects on the lady is just, oh my God, it makes me want to vomit. Like, it's so visceral. It's so visceral. Anyways, continue. Of course, now here is the Dog Police. Played by the members of Dog Police.
Yes, but no, this is, again, perfect novelty song formula where you spend like a minute doing full setup before you ever hit the fucking chorus, and then when the chorus hits, it hits like somebody has dropped like an entire like pallet of bricks onto your head.
Yeah, which I gotta mention the band members, of course, we have William H. Macy on the keys, we got George Lucas on the mic, and then on guitar, we've got John Belushi.
Femboy John Belushi.
Femboy John Belushi.
I would like to ask a question to my fellow podcasters. Do you think that this video invented the first furries?
I was going to ask if this is, like, do you think the band is into this kink shit?
One of them has to be. I'm going to say
no. What? Yeah, I think someone.
If you came up with the idea of Dog Police, you have to have something up there.
Yeah, definitely something really repressed.
The second verse where it's just George Lucas saying very weird sexual things about a dog woman and his bandmates looking at him confusingly is a great moment of the music video.
I love that they reused the shot.
They used this shot like 3 times in the video. They like literally had no footage.
They got one shot and the band got pissed and said that the applications were too itchy.
I can't breathe.
I'm taking the chin off.
Here we go again.
I'm taking the nose off. It kills.
I hope you like that shot. Anyway, keep the music video playing because there's a bit at the end here.
Okay, yeah, this bit is insane.
It's the new sound of Memphis.
Without a doubt.
And do you think that there's going to be more dog acts coming along?
Probably so.
They're so muffled.
No bones about it.
What are your musical influences?
Lassie, Rin Tin Tin, the old dog series of the past.
You've made a very effective video. Do you think videos to rock songs are the thing of the future?
Videos to rock songs.
What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? What?
Run it back! Run it back!
Run it back! What the fuck did he say?
Videos to rock songs.
Videos rough. What?
Can someone who speak dog please translate that for us?
Yeah,
I will pay you
getting
for your
a pet
services.
psychic to analyze dog police for us.
Okay.
Anyway,
oh.
before we move on to our other diversion, can we talk about dog police in further detail?
Yeah,
as
please.
the
I
dog
need
police expert.
I need all the context in the world about dog police because
so-
what the fuck?
Okay, I have three different things here. We're talking the background. We're going to talk about the album, and then we're going to talk about the other thing that you will see in the header of that Wikipedia article you've just pulled up, which is. It was a side project of a Memphis jazz band trio, and this was their idea of what new wave music in the 80s would be like.
What?
Oh my God.
They say they're inspired by the Mothers of Invention, so make of that what you will, and by DEVO. But
of
like
course.
this is basically a failed jazz band's attempt to try to stay relevant with the times, and it really does show in a lot of ways. They have another music video that I will probably ask you to pull up at some point for 1-800 on their album. I did not realize their album was re-released on vinyl recently, and I may have to grab it, even though it's like maybe one of my least favorite albums ever made.
It's just like people that have to own like the Garbage Pail Kids on Blu-ray. It's just like this has to be preserved somehow, you know. Like I can't not.
But anyway, so that album in question, originally released in 1982, it has 10 tracks. The first of those is Dog Police, and it is far and away the best song of the album.
Hell yeah.
Nothing else comes close. I will leave it up to you how much you would like to pull things up as you choose, but highlights include a track called Hamburgers, which is basically a Casio-led monologue from the lead guy in like slow as molasses thing as he talks about how much he loves getting hamburgers at drive-through places. And that's the entire song. Like literally every gimmick on this album is like you get the gist in like the first 30 seconds and then there's like no other like actual thing to it. That's just what it is. Immediately after that, you have probably the most beguiling song of just gender shit happening that I've ever heard, which is "I'm Butch," which is features a female singer, and I'm gonna pull up the lyrics here. Lyrics include things like let's see here. I find a girlfriend when I want to have fun. Babe, you know what I mean. I'm gonna teach judo in a girls' resort.
What? What the fuck?
What?
I'm Butch, and what do you suppose? I'm wearing pants with that pantyhose. And then my favorite thing is the chorus of the song, which is one of the most confusing things I've ever heard in my life. So, I'm Butch is performed by ostensibly a cis woman who's in the band or featured on the album. The chorus goes as follows: I was a nurse, a high school teacher, at Saturday the daughter of a preacher. Now I'm a jockey at the radio station, saving my money for my operation.
Oh my god! This whole
Isn't that the
thing
plot
smacks
the
of
Apple
gender.
album?
Dog police trans woman?
Jesus Christ. But the operation's probably like a boob job, let's be real. Because it was the era.
No, you're getting
It was the...
you're getting a snout added on.
You're getting
a snout. Jesus Christ.
A few other highlights before we move on include because I ran this back. I had time to run this back before hopping onto this podcast. Positive reinforcement, which is just basically the lead singer trying to pretend to be depressed for 4 minutes on a song. Immediately after that, a track called Happy, which is just basically virgin version of Fit or Happier. I'm not kidding.
Oh my god. Is this album on Spotify?
It is on Spotify.
Oh Jesus.
And then the closer is a song called Reproduce, which the chorus goes, "We're only here to reproduce," which hearing that from the Dog Police is just I'm sorry. I'm kink shaming that shit, unfortunately. But but I won't make you listen to the album on air, but I do suggest pulling up the video for 1-800, which is the other music video that they have made.
Which, I was going to say, do we want to mention the TV pilot?
Oh, I will mention the TV pilot. The TV pilot is insane. I have watched it. I have fought with the people who run the service that compiles films for Letterboxd about trying to keep it on their service, and they will not listen to me. They keep taking it down, even though it's a one-time short film deal.
That is a short film by now.
They hate Dog Police, they hate Patrick Goes to Jollibee, and they especially hate Pixar sodas. They will not allow Pixar sodas, the biggest hit of the summer,
They'll
to be on their service.
They'll put every fucking episode of Black Mirror up there as a movie, but they won't put Dog Police up there?
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's bullshit. But the Dog Police pilot, notable for featuring Jeremy Piven and Adam Sandler.
Pre-fame.
Pre-fame. But it also has a different version of the song Dog Police. It has new lyrics, including one of my favorite additions, which, in order to do exposition for the show, immediately in the verse says, "They came from outer space."
Hell yeah.
So they're Dog Police from outer space.
Dog Police is like proto-Gwar. This is awesome.
Okay, so 1-800, let's watch a little bit of this.
This is the cheapo version of the Dog Police brand.
Yeah, because I will say, the Dog Police music video, say what you will, it's very high production. The makeup looks great. It's shot on film. It looks good, at least relatively, compared to what we're about to watch, which is filmed on, crappy VHS or crappy VHS / like tape camera. I don't like George Lucas's voice. I don't like him. I don't like his vibes. Just don't.
No, his voice is actively unpleasant, and like all the effects on Dog Police, the song, make it clear why he did that.
Yeah.
This is just basically a Dr. Demento song.
Yeah.
This is the hook.
This is like proto like Jason Derulo, where the hook is just like a horrible sound effect noise.
Anyway, that's all you need.
This is proto Jack Stauber.
That's really all you need to get the sense of how far the Dog Police brand fell between music videos.
Yeah. Let's keep it going. Let's get back to Saul.
Because Matty, you know who the Dog Police is safe from? They're safe from John Kramer. You know why? Because John Kramer never targeted cops.
That's true. Yeah. Wise words.
That again. Okay, this is just gonna be getting genuinely pissed off about a movie script. Okay, now Saul X. Of course, I'm very excited about Saul X. Of course, we know this. We all know this. I'm very excited for the movie. We're all excited for the movie. But that line is maybe the worst thing in any of the Saw movies. The worst line ever said in the movies, because literally, he targets cops from the beginning. He is John Kramer and his disciples have killed a cop every single Saw movie. Saw 1, they kill
Matty, you're double talking, because John Kramer never killed
anyone.
Okay, John Kramer. Okay, let's just say this: a cop has never survived a trap that John Kramer has put them in. All right,
whose fault is that?
It's their fault, because they didn't appreciate life enough. But the one Danny Glover's partner in Saw 1. What's his name?
Detective Singh.
Gets shot by like 4 shotguns on a roof. He gets his fucking head blown up. Saw 2. Detective Eric Matthews gets captured and put into a assault trap. And obviously all those the 4 SWAT officers did not appreciate their life when they got electrocuted on the fence by going to John Kramer's lair.
Mm-hmm.
Saw 3, of course, Detective Carey.
Mm-hmm.
4, Rig and Eric Matthews finally getting. Last thing was Saw 4. It is the worst one, but it also has some of the sickest kills.
Uh-huh. The ice block head pop is like one of the most beautiful things in the world.
And also the guy the pedophile rapist getting his limbs ripped off. That's great. Saw 5. What cop gets killed in Saw 5?
Strom.
Yeah.
Which you should play the video, because I did not have an appropriate video for this. So what I have here is the cue at the end of Saw 5, known as Choice, and it's just that. So no bullshit dialogue, just Strom eating shit while Hoffman is in the glass coffin getting lowered into the floor.
Yeah.
One of the greatest endings of any Saw movie.
One of the greatest.
It's a great ending. The little head tilt that Hoffman does.
So, biggest dumbass in Saw 5. I actually think that there's some competition here. I mean, Strom is an obvious one, but I think we can make the case for everyone in the main trap, because when it gets to that fucking room where they should realize that there's enough room for all of them in the drainage pipes, and they don't do that.
Yeah, I think the first part of that trap, I could see, like, okay,
I could see them not
you might not know that the keys are universal and they work on all the locks. Like, of course, here's the thing. Of course, the whole thing with Saw 5 is you can explain it like, oh, like they're all selfish people. Like that's why. But even then, it's a little ridiculous, because more than one person can fit in those fucking pipes or the fucking whatever drains. Are you kidding me? Okay, back to killing cops in Saw movies, or cops not appreciating their life in these Saw movies. 6, Perez, and all the cops in what probably maybe the greatest scene in any of the Saw movies, in my opinion. Right Now You Are Feeling Helpless.
Yes,
that scene is incredible.
That's a good scene.
And then Saw 7,
Hoffman just fucking kills the entire police station.
Yeah,
kills the entire police station. Let's see, Jigsaw. Oh yeah, the cop at the end in Jigsaw gets killed, and then Spiral, Samuel Jackson,
of course,
and all the cops in the traps. That one is almost completely dedicated to killing cops.
Jigsaw never targeted cops, though.
Jigsaw never targeted cops.
Wait, did they say that John Kramer or Jigsaw never targeted cops?
I think
they said John Kramer. You could say that Amanda targeted cops. You could say that Hoffman targeted cops, but John Kramer, plausible deniability.
So
yeah, we're watching Strom about to get crushed to death.
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about the main trap in Saw 5. Gavin made
Sorry, the arm snapping.
Yes, the arm snap with the blood on Hoffman. It's great. But Gavin made a great point about the main trap. Of course, if you haven't seen the Saw movies, I'm sorry for what we've been talking about for the past hour or whatever. But Saw 3, Saw 4, and Saw 5 all take place basically within hours of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Saw 3 and 4 take place at the same time, and Saw 5 takes place immediately after that. And the main traps in Saw 3 and Saw 4 are very John Kramer and his accomplice involved. And the main trap in Saw 5, they never come into contact with any of Jigsaw's proteges or John Kramer himself. They're just kind of left to their own devices. They don't get custom traps. They're all just doing whatever Jigsaw tells them, or pipe bombs will go off. Gavin called them John Kramer's Nintendogs. They don't even get to meet the puppet when they survive. They're just kind of... I called them an IT department that was trapped in an escape room overnight. They just do not get any attention from Jigsaw or his proteges. They're just left to their own devises, and I love it.
They're used as like a ploy to frame Strom. Really, that's really their only purpose. It's just to further, put him in. Oh hey, he's the accomplice. They
don't even get to meet the fucking puppet.
No, I think that one is just Kramer on the TV. I think he's just like, hey, I can't really afford to do Billy the Puppet stuff. You're just gonna have to see me.
Billy's rates got too high for him. Again,
they gotta pay me the $2 million. Billy the Puppet was like, they gotta pay me the $2 million, and John Kramer was like, I ain't paying the $2 million. We ain't hiring you for this one. And even in Spiral, they go so far they replace him. They replace Billy the Puppet with the fucking pig. The fucking pig, which honestly, I like the pig. That's one of the best parts of Spiral. I do like
Cuddles or whatever his name, Mr. Snuggles or something like that.
Mr. Snuggles. It fits for the movie.
Yeah.
Like it fits for the movie. It's a copycat killer. It's like very clear. Like they don't like, unlike Jigsaw where they kind of like, oh, he might be alive. He'll be alive. We'll get to Spiral. Anyways, let's change the channel back to MTV, and we enter what I would like to call, at least for these next two songs, the hell zone, because these next two songs are hell for me.
Oh, come on.
What's our next one, Grant?
Our next song is Trio's Da Da Da.
This song rocks. I'm not afraid to say it.
This song rocks for about a minute and a half, and then it keeps going. Of course, what you're going to learn about these next two songs of me, I don't like the German people. I don't like their music. I hate Germany. Angela Merkel should be murked. Secret Service, if you hear that, that was a joke. This bit, don't. I have no plans. I have no plans to hurt the former Prime Minister of Germany. Is she still the Prime Minister?
I think you're asking the wrong people here.
I don't know.
I think the problem here is I'm unfortunately too recently European to hate on this. Like I just got back from Europe. I'm technically like an honorary German for all I care. I was not in Germany, for the record.
This is just so Teutonic, and so it's like proto "I'm Too Sexy" by Frick Said Fred in a way.
Well, it's like basically you tried to make like a very basic like techno song with like nothing, but also like it's still kind of like weirdly new wave. I don't know. I think I'm also mildly spoiled because my first exposure to the song, I never heard the actual version, the real song until today. But my first exposure to this was somebody like a decade ago mashing it up with Technologic on SoundCloud, and so that's my like.
All right, I can see that appealing.
That it does rip that way.
I love his little hand move he does after the keyboard riff.
Yeah, he's playing the tiniest keyboard known to man.
Guitarist is in a bucket hat. There's some great fashion going on in this one.
Yeah, this, again, bald-ass, tall motherfucker. He looks like, again, fucking Tim Burton. Tim Burton wishes he could cast this man in his movie.
You know what this is? This is We Have Kraftwerk at Home.
I was gonna call this easy core Kraftwerk.
Oh my god.
That guy on the drums looks like Klaus Nomi.
He does! He's got the same hair.
Speaking of people who had great-ass music videos in this period.
Oh, I should have put some Klaus Nomi on this. His Lightning Strikes cover or something.
Yes, the Lightning Strikes video is fucking great. The thing is,
maybe it's growing on me a little bit.
The drummer reminds a good groove. The drummer reminds me so much of the guys that Tim and Eric would get to play like backing band members in any other, like the Pusswhip Gang Bang sketch and stuff.
Yeah.
He's just looking like straight ahead. He just has a little cymbal and a snare. It's great.
The thing is, I think this is a better surf rock song than the song we're about to get to a little bit further on. Is the thing.
I will fight you on that, Natalie. I mean, I do love this song, but
his expressions make it look like he's like showing off these products at an electronics store and is like, do you like?
Yeah, this does have a very Home Depot floor display model vibe. We'll get to some shopping later, though.
Yes,
yeah.
We will get to some shopping.
We'll be shopping A to Z in just a bit. Yeah, again, it's a little too long. But for the song of the time, like it's like I feel like it's been in like trailers and stuff. Like it's endured.
It was in a movie that Red Letter Media talked about in Best of the Worst, I believe. The Infested movie that had Rem Lazar and the kid from Gremlins and the Pink Ranger from Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, that video. Okay.
Yeah, they one of the characters brings out a 45 of this and starts buying it.
Amazing.
Okay, interesting. Well then, let's
speaking of music and horror movies.
Yes. Oh boy.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I did not actually watch this video.
That's fine.
That's fine. I did that last week.
I was putting shit on here just to fill out the playlist. But this is a music video by the band Mushroom Head that was in Saw 6. You got a Saw 6 music video. You got the shotgun carousel right from the start.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time.
Another.
Oh, yeah, I did watch this. This is basically like fucking Ogre.
Yeah.
We did talk about Mushroom Head in the bands that dress up like Halloween monsters episode, and we had some very mean things to say about them. Basically, it all boiled down to we have Slipknot at home. They gave us the vibes of Spirit Halloween scare actors doing a band in their spare time. But that being said, Saw 6 is my favorite Saw, so I'll be nice to them for making music for it. Can we all say it at the same time? A certain 3-syllable word that starts with a P from this movie?
1, 2, 3.
Piranha.
Piranha. This video, this is one of the ugliest looking things that I've ever had to lay my eyes upon. And I watched Dog Police, alright? I just watched Dog Police. And even then, this is just...
They couldn't even do the shotgun carousel right.
Fuck, I might watch Saw 6 after we finish here, just to prep myself for tomorrow.
Oh god, yeah.
I made my boyfriend watch it for the first time this week. He loved it.
That's a beautiful experience. That brings relationships closer, honestly. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I mean, it's very fitting that they are in Saw, considering, what's his name? Grant, you know who I'm talking about, the guy who plays Pavi in, Repo. Like, this guy has, like, the same vibe.
Ogre?
Yeah.
From, Skinny Puppy, yeah.
Yes. No, yeah, that's the vibe I'm mainly getting off.
Yes, definitely. They even have a guy in the band that's wearing a mask that has fucking braids on it. Like, we have Slipknot at home.
Okay, I've run my course with this one.
We need to talk about Saw 6, though. Leftist John Kramer goes after the filthy capitalists of the healthcare system.
Yes. Oh, who's the biggest dumbass in Saw 6? I feel like that's actually like a tougher one. Like,
that's a tougher one.
That's not as easy, because it's like the characters are not that dumb.
I'm gonna argue Hoffman.
I was about to say the same thing for the fucking janitor trap. Ooh. He did not deserve to be in a trap. He cleans up shit.
That's a different thing entirely.
I was gonna argue Hoffman because one of my favorite moments in Saw 6 is the bit where Hoffman gets found out, and they do the really amazingly stupid line, we could turn his algorithm upside down with his voice modulation, which is not a real thing. But immediately after that, he's like, hey, we know you planted like dead people's fingerprints all over these crime scenes in order to incriminate them because you did that with Strom. And he's like, no, I didn't. Kills every cop in the room and then immediately does it again.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. You know what? Hoffman might be the biggest dumbass in that one.
I will say, I mean, I don't disagree. I do think that the other FBI guy in Perez, they're also really dumb because it's just like, okay, like, why are you like, okay, you
they
know
shouldn't
this
have removed the voice modulation from Hoffman's voice in front of him. Like, at that point, you know he's a psycho killer. You
probably should have, like, had him arrested beforehand or, like, you know, had, like, SWAT ready to go to, like, as soon as you have the big moment, like, have SWAT come in before he can do anything. Like, you gave him, of course, at the same time, it's like, okay, well, this guy's gonna kill, like, all three of us. Immediately kills all three of them. But even then, yeah, Hoffman's dumb, but I do think Perez and FBI guy that I don't remember his name, very forgettable character, they're up there. I think they should not be
Strom
not
part
unmentioned.
2.
Strom part 2. Strom 2.
Son of Strom.
Oh God. Go ahead, Greg.
Did y'all know that the woman from the opening Pound of Flesh trap won a contest to be in Saw 6 via the Scream Queens TV show? Yeah, I just wanted to mention that.
That's a beautiful
she's
experience.
Fucking great. Yeah, she's
great in it.
Also, one of my favorite Hoffman being a dumbass moments is the bit where he goes up to her face after the trap and asks her if she's grateful for what she's gone through.
Oh my god, God. Yeah, and like other people are in the room. Like, that is such a Jigsaw thing to do. You know what? I think Hoffman is still the big. If there's anything you should learn from the MTV days before the MTV Craze episode of the Indieheads podcast, it says all the cops in Saw are dumb. That's the message of our MTV episode.
All the just cops in general are all very dumb. Like, these cop shows that you watch on your network television, cops aren't like that in real life. They're more like cops in the Saw movies. They're very, very dumb. Oh God. Well,
Amen to that.
let's change the channel once again to MTV. You know what? Sometimes if you have nothing nice to say, you shouldn't say anything at all. So I'm gonna play the song Nina Hagen, New York, New York, and I'm just not gonna say anything.
Matty will go on and on about Gremlin Core, and when an actual real-life gremlin shows up, he's like, I'm out.
This fucking rules.
This is so important.
Matty has stepped away from the camera.
Yeah, Matty just left. He doesn't want to talk about Nina Hagen.
When I listened to the song, I said to Grant in chat, Nina Hagen was the original crazy-ass white girl, and I stand by it.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch any videos from this episode, it should be Dog Police and New York, New York by Nina Hagen, because her look in this is insane.
She's amazing. I love that she has the same, like, princess ponytail that, like, you would give to a 5-year-old.
Yeah, she's got, like, the birthday party princess ponytail going on. Like,
she looks like she could be in a John Waters movie. Like,
she does. She's got the divine thing going on.
Yeah, no. Matty is just being homophobic. He's not respecting gay culture like this.
Yeah.
We can say whatever we want. He's not here.
Yeah.
He's not gonna hear any of this.
Yeah, Matty's actually homophobic, if you didn't know that. He told me in private that he doesn't care for gay people. He wants to sell the Indieheads podcast to Elon Musk because he thinks we're going too woke. I mean, Nat can back all of this up. She's heard it as well.
Yeah, you should hear the stuff that happened before we hit record on this one. Like,
yeah. Matty did say that the Indieheads podcast was, and I quote, pulling a Bud Light. I don't know what he means by that, but you could pull your interpretations if you want.
You know what this is to me? Like, when she hits the, like, actual refrain here and is, like, pulling from the actual, like, song New York, New York, is it reminds me of, like, EMA's California, but good.
She is mugging to the camera, though.
She's a natural performer.
Yeah.
It's really telling that when I went to go look up most of the bands here, she has a Wikipedia page that is, like, to the extent of, like, a DEVO or, like, a... Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's a cult icon in,
she's
like, especially the goth circle.
Yeah. I somehow had never heard of her
still
before
going.
this.
Matty is so upset.
Matty, you have something so perfect waiting for you in the editing room here.
In the end, oh god, yeah, I don't know what I missed in the last 2 minutes. So, like I said, I literally just went to go to the bathroom. I needed to go pee, and I was like, well, this is a great song to do that. This is bad. I'm gonna say I don't like her voice. Here's the thing: I like the instrumentation. It's very fun, kind of new wavy.
The way she does, like, the growls when she says disco. Like, the Future Islands guy jacked so much swag from Nina Hagen.
That is true.
Imagine if David Letterman had seen this shit.
Yeah, I will say, though, about Nina Hagen in this video, would.
She is, I don't say this often, she is serving with this look.
Yeah, she is serving.
This is like, what? This sounds like the most unwanted song. Like, she's doing opera shit that literally sounds like the most unwanted song.
Matty, you just don't appreciate art.
Well, yeah, I host this podcast.
You know what? Fair enough.
After doing 242 episodes, plus all these other fucking episodes we've done, of course this would kill my desire for art.
Grant, I do have to ask where this song appeared in the MTV chronology, because, like, this is one of those videos where it's like, other than her look, there's not really much going on, so I'm curious, like, how
I didn't look that far into the charts. I've just known about this video since I was a kid, because I just looked up goth videos, and this showed up, and I was like, wow, this rocks.
Well, I'm happy you have that, at least.
Nina
she's
Hagen.
barking. Is she in Dog Police?
That was a beautiful tribute to Dog Police, her favorite band.
Hell yeah. Oh, she's doing the dog move.
Oh, yeah,
the original
okay.
Puppy Girl Jenna.
Oh, God, no, please don't invoke Puppy Girl Jenna on
Can
this
someone,
episode.
Will for thrill, send Dog Police to Puppy Girl Jenna and ask her thoughts on it.
I mean, if you ask Will to do that, he will do it.
Will,
he doesn't listen to the podcast.
That's true,
You'll
yeah.
have to ask him in the Discord.
Yeah, I'll send it to Will and be like, can you send this to Puppy Girl Jenna?
Oh, this was uploaded by Style
The drummer.
LaRock.
Yeah.
Who's the drummer? Oh God.
So I listened to the live version of this that is on Spotify, and at the end she shouts out her two favorite people, which are David Bowie and Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
I thought it was gonna be something way worse than that. That's pretty fun.
She's kind of giving Susie in this kind of
She
pause
is.
freeze frame.
Mm-hmm. She
Yeah.
looks like she looks like she's in the Broadway musical Cats. She's got the same
That's
Cats.
true.
She's got
Yeah.
Cats makeup right now. I'm
Speaking
changing
of,
the channel. I'm changing
Oh,
the
yeah.
channel. Let's change the channel back to Saw. We're
To
on-
the one of the best Saw movies in my estimation.
Yeah, I
did-
respect you writing Saw for a final chapter. Oh my
I
god,
did-
yeah.
Queen.
This is an Amanda.
I
This is-
did not have a video for Saw 7, so I just, because Chester Bennington is in Saw 7, this is an AMV set to Numb with Amanda and Hoffman.
Uploaded by #1 Shakira fan.
Whose profile picture is a picture of Hoffman in the fucking glass coffin.
So I think we can all agree on who the biggest dumbass in Saw 3D is, right?
Oh, it's Gibson.
Oh, I was gonna say it's Bobby.
There's a
Bobby,
lot of dumbasses.
Yes,
It's
that
probably
was what I
Bobby.
actually had.
Bobby
Gibson's-
is my pick for the biggest dumbass in the entire Saw
Bobby
series.
is amazing. I
I
love
would know.
him.
I think Jeff. Jeff is pretty.
Matty, Bobby went on a fucking nationwide tour on a lie about how he survived a killer that targets fucking liars. That is a
That is
dumbass
true.
move.
That
I
is
also-
true.
I love that his entire MO in that movie is he walks into a room where a trap is like, what do I do? And like tries to help somebody through it and then immediately starts yelling at them that they're doing it badly.
Yes! He does,
He's great.
He does traps like Tim Robinson would if he was in a Saw movie.
Yes.
What are you doing? Shut up!
You need
All
to
you had
stop
to do is
talking!
shut up! Shut the fuck up!
That reminds me that, hold on, I'm gonna try to see if I can find it, something that I shared recently, which is, the Saw, subreddit is a place of magic and joy and beauty, and I highly recommend you go there, especially after the new movie comes out, because I'm sure there's gonna be some amazing posts on there.
Of course.
But a few weeks ago, I came across, this post that is, one of my favorite things, if I can find it real quick. Somebody, fill for time.
So
Yeah.
Amanda is like the best Saw character, right?
Oh, absolutely.
A shout out to star of the Indieheads podcast, Shawnee Smith, who gave Matty, AJ, and Gavin JOI once.
Yeah, I rewatched that. I
I-
re-listened to that episode recently.
Yeah, I
It
paid
was
for
so
Shawnee
strange.
Smith to give the guys advice that turned out to be JOI stuff.
My all-time favorite moment of this podcast might be during that cameo where she goes, "Thank you for the cameo, Natalie. You'll be in my thoughts." And Gavin just immediately goes, "No, you won't." Like Shawnee Smith was on the set of Saw X, just going, "I wonder what Natalie's doing today."
It's funny you mentioned that because I can say this now because it's not happening, but my aspirations before the SAG strike happened were going to be to interview her for Saw X and then bring up the cameo.
Damn.
Aw,
Bummer.
damn.
I wish that happened.
AMPTP. You guys fucked up because I would have loved to have read that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someday,
Bastards.
but the time is not now. Anyway, a few weeks ago, one of the most popular posts on the Saw subreddit, in regards to that one trap that we were talking about, why did Nina scream almost constantly when the whole point of the trap is to stay quiet? Is she stupid?
Oh my god. Which, by the way, Saw 7, I do agree that it's not as bad as people. I think the
It's a
big thing with
beautiful
Saw,
experience.
the thing with Saw 7 is I think people, if that movie had a better color grade, people would appreciate that movie more.
Every
Much like
woman
they
in that
should
movie
appreciate life
wearing
more.
pink is so good.
Yeah.
It's the thing is, like, the color grade is part of the reason I love it because it looks so cheap and so bad and so like poorly produced. The thing that I always say is it basically feels like if you tried to adapt Saw into a basic cable show, but still tried to have gore in it. Like it looks like a USA Network detective show, like right down to the fact that like the character that you're following for like a good chunk of it is basically a dumbass like hick detective.
That's true. And then
I love Gibson. Gibson is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. They again, of course, they killed off all the cops that we knew from like the first 6 movies.
Yeah.
So they just had to bring in a bunch of people that like Gibson, who is the guy who gets killed first in Final Destination, gets hung. That guy. Beautiful characters. Although I will say with Saw 7, the one thing of Saw 7 that rubs me the wrong way is definitely the brazen bull trap. Because it's just like, Bobby's wife didn't deserve that.
Innocent.
Like, that's a total Hoffman move. Like that man just wants people to again. I mean, there's literally I think it's in Saw 6. I want to say where like he's listening back to the traps and it's just people screaming. And it's like, okay, so you get off on this. Like you really get off on this. You don't give a shit about appreciating life. Like you just want to kill people in fun, creative ways.
John would be so upset.
He would be very upset, that was his legacy. But let's change the channel back to MTV. Let's change it back.
Oh, let's go.
We have a bomb here. This is after 2 brutal songs in a row, for me at least. We get to Surf Punk's My Beach, which is a beautiful 1 minute, 47-second track that's like very proto like fiddler, like the surf punk wave of the 2010s. Oh, you're capping so hard, Natalie. This song is great.
This is probably my least favorite in the bunch.
Capping.
This song is awesome. Gavin and I discovered Surf Punks because we found the actual Surf Punks LP at a secondhand record store. And we just took one look at the cover and we said, well, we have to buy it. I mean, it's 2 blonde guys that look like golden retrievers. This is me and Gavin if we had California brain. This is like the perfect middle ground in between Grantcore and Gavincore. It's just weird 80s new wave, but by the most head empty guys on earth.
Yeah,
I like that
bass line is so sick.
The bassist looks like Fonzie.
He does.
That's gotta be intentional.
I think Surf Punk with the guitar, it is just a skateboard that they have attached a neck to with no strings for this video.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is one of the cheapest looking videos that we've watched.
This is definitely
because they're not even they couldn't even afford to like go to like an actual beach. They just have this like really shitty set.
Yeah, it's like a school play.
Yeah. It's like they only had it for they only had the studio space for like a day, so they very quickly put this together,
Oh, wait, sorry. I'm looking at the Surf Punks Wikipedia page. They have passed on. Rest in peace, Surf Punks.
Oh, rest in peace, Surf Punks.
Also,
like all of them are dead, or just the main guy?
The main 2.
Okay, rest in peace.
It also does look like the Surf Punks are Nepo babies.
Of course.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense considering what Surf Punk would become in like the 2010s.
So they are the proto fiddler.
They are the proto fiddler.
Dennis Dragon and Drew Steele. What the fuck?
They're the brother of Captain and Tennille's Daryl Dragon.
Okay. God damn.
Oh, so they have connections to the Beach Boys. So, all right.
And you know who else had connections to the Beach Boys?
Charles Manson.
Just another man who never killed anybody, much like John Kramer, of course.
True.
He never killed anybody.
Spitting nothing but facts here.
Which, speaking of, we now get into there was nothing for. I assume there was nothing for Jigsaw.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Jigsaw has nothing going for it. This is just a supercut of all first 7 Saw movies. What is this fucking song that I put in here? I don't even remember. Voices
by Disturbed.
Okay.
That's right. We're getting back to the roots.
So Jigsaw is like the worst Saw movie, right?
Yeah.
No, I can't. I think it's got some stuff I like. I think it's not very. It's definitely bottom tier, but I can't say it's the worst.
It's not.
Sorry, I have to point out that David Draymond is saying what sounds like "saw" in this song.
I think Jigsaw, like, it's got some stuff going for it. Like, I do like the main trap. I think that's kind of a fun scenario, you know, the farm, like.
It's not gritty, it's not grimy. I hate the redesigned
That is true. That's
Billy.
the worst aspect of it.
I hate the flat screen TVs.
Yes.
Sorry. Are you breathing now in the song as Strom is in the drowning box?
This is a pretty good AMV.
No,
Yeah.
It's great. Jigsaw for me is just, it's too clean. I think Grant said something about like how like the second like the buckets like look clean and not rusty and dirty. It's like, yeah, that's how you know it's not worth it.
There's Jesse's friend from Righteous Gemstones.
I think that's very fair. Which I think, again, obviously the directors of that movie are the guys who did like Daybreakers and shit. Which I like Daybreakers. I think Daybreakers is an underrated horror movie.
Yeah.
But they're the wrong people for the I think for like, okay, we're trying to reboot Saw for like a modern age, and so that means kind of cleaning some things up. I don't think it's not that bad, but I do agree that it's definitely against. What? Saw. Oh yeah, the autopsy scene of John Kramer in Saw 4 that's some of the craziest special effects in the entire franchise. Okay, we're just getting nostalgic about Saw. We gotta keep.
I just hate that the plot twist that is. Oh, it took place while the other Saws were, and it's like, no, it wasn't. That they were on flat screen TVs. That Jigsaw had LED eyes. Like, no, that was not taking place in between Saw 2 and 3.
Here's the thing. If you want to talk about like a horror sequel that did the sort of like, oh, it's actually a prequel the entire time. If you want to talk about especially a franchise one that did that really well, of course, I'm talking about Final Destination 5.
Yeah, ate its lunch as far as that went.
That twist is great, where it's like, and here's the thing, like there's subtle hints throughout the entire movie of like, hey, this actually takes place
in the past.
Yeah, like there's hints in there. It's not obvious. They don't throw it at you right away. Like, it's good stuff, but. Let's change the channel back to MTV, and this next video / song is this is true like pre MTV Craze shit. It's Toni Basil, Shoppin' from A to Z. This was her follow-up single to Mickey.
Shout out Todd in the Shadows.
Shouts out Todd in the Shadows. Great one-hit Wonderland video. This is
one of the most beautiful songs we've ever covered on this podcast.
Yeah, we have Toni Basil, we have Keith Sutherland playing Billy Idol, and Buckwheat from Little Rascals as the child.
This is just what goes through my head every single day, because I am a good girl and a bad girl who shops.
Mm-hmm.
Women be shopping.
Exactly.
Of course, this song would be, is a precursor to Carly Rae Jepsen's Store.
Of course.
Which is a great song. I'm just going to the store, I'm just going to the store.
I love when all just the graphics just pop up on the screen. It's like House.
Yeah. Whoa, oh, she just crashed into somebody.
Fish, cheese, garlic, hairspray. I don't know if dip would be good with hairspray.
Well, let's go with chips, which is C.
C was chili.
Oh, it was? Oh.
Yeah,
you would think you would do chips into dip.
You fake shopping fan.
Tony, that's from Z to A.
Yeah.
You gotta get this straight.
Yeah.
Maybe she's dyslexic.
It's... It's entirely possible. I thought you said poupon for a second instead of coupon.
I love all the people dancing in line. This is such a cute little video.
Yeah.
Of course,
Toni Basil. Yeah. You go ahead, Grant. Go ahead, Grant.
I was just gonna say, all these people in this video were just like her dance troupe at the time.
Exactly. Which, of course, Toni Basil, before she became a pop star for a brief period there, was a super accomplished dancer. Danced in a number of movies. Was acted. I think she was an Easy Rider. I think.
Yes.
Nothing!
X, nothing!
But yeah, again, very accomplished. Like, she's one of the most respected, like, dancer / choreographers of all time. Like, she's very well respected in the dance world.
Of course, we were briefly talking about Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads earlier. Another one of these essential pre-Michael Jackson MTV videos.
Yeah.
There was a dog barking. Dog police.
Dog police.
It all goes back to dog police.
It all goes back to dog police. But yes, Toni Basil choreographed the Once in a Lifetime music video with David Byrne. So all of his crazy dance moves. That's Toni Basil.
Yeah, I do love that this follows the like novelty song tradition of like drag itself out where it completes the list and then she's like, I forgot the list. Let me recite the entire list again.
Yeah. Also, what is this family dynamic here? So we have Toni Basil, we have fake Billy Idol, and their black child. I guess they adopted him. They adopted. Yeah. That's great.
Don't judge.
Yeah.
I'm judging.
You know, there's nothing
the
more
dollar signs coming out of the bag. The graphic design.
They all died. They all died.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Again, because again, they put the hairspray in the chips in the dip.
Hey, asbestos.
B, bleach. C,
carbon monoxide.
D, death.
D, death. That's the end. It goes just A to D.
E, expire. F, funeral.
What would she even be?
Do you need to hit eject, Matty? Do you need to hit eject?
Let's change the channel. Let's change the channel back to Saw. We're finally getting into Spiral territory, and
you know what it had to be. You know what it had to be.
21 Savage, Spiral. I'm surprised this has only 6.2 million views. I thought it would have way more.
Yeah.
Because, like, 21 Savage is not, like, nobody.
He's, again, one of the most popular rappers working today.
I love this song. I am very glad that 21 Savage spearheaded the revival of the end credits rap song.
Yes.
Like, it's just an amazing touch at the end of a pretty okay, not very good Saw movie.
It's not very good. Here's the thing. This was the first movie that I saw back in theaters post vaccine. And you know, like, and so I think the excitement of that was kind of what made me feel more positively about this movie. But I think the more that I think about it, the more I really don't like it that much. Like the traps. I think the biggest problem with the traps. I don't blame the filmmakers. I blame the MPAA for that because they really they really
cut them down.
Yeah, which is so strange considering what's in like the first like 7 Saw movies.
Yes.
Was there ever an unrated version that got like released on like home video?
I did see a recut version of the finger trap, and it had a lot more added to it, and it definitely was better. I don't know if that's on the DVD or anything. I just saw it on the internet. I do think an uncut version would make it a little better. It wouldn't improve.
Its flaws go beyond that. It
wouldn't improve Chris Rock's acting. Every time he says the name Pete in that movie, I just laugh.
Also, the most boring part of the Saw movies is all the cop shit.
Yeah.
And so, hey, let's make a Saw movie that's all cop stuff. No, that's not fun. That's boring.
It needed an everyman character to also be in it, I think.
Exactly.
I do like the opening trap. I like the copycat Jigsaw Killer's Femi voice with the voice modulator.
Yes.
I like especially the tongue trap. I think that after Jigsaw being all clean and sterile, seeing like just some nasty shit in a subway, kind of.
Yeah, what I do like is that the traps they do match. Of course, the guy who is the copycat Jigsaw Killer is Max Minghella, the young new detective. there's things that I think there's really good stuff in Spiral. Obviously, I think the concept of all the traps is great because again, like, you know, this guy is not like an engineer like John Kramer is. So of course, all these are pretty like, you know, very basic, like pretty, you know, low rent DIY, way more DIY, like compared to like some of the shit that Hoffman was doing, where it's like you were an engineer, Hoffman. Like, I understand that John was teaching you, but like, you couldn't have picked this up that good.
We didn't even talk about the Jigsaw protege in Jigsaw. That's how memorable he is.
Yeah, boring. Of course, you know, the end of the movie, of course, you guys know the famous line that's been uttered in a number of Jigsaw movies, a number of Saw movies, and that line is, I speak for the dead.
And he delivers it so fucking bad. It's like, I speak for the dead.
It's game over. It's game over, man.
Yeah.
Game over, man. Game over.
You know how badly Jigsaw fucked up because we forgot to talk about the dumbest person in Jigsaw because nobody's memorable in Jigsaw.
No one's memorable in Jigsaw. Jigsaw isn't even memorable in Jigsaw.
Yeah. Dumbest? Yeah, who is the dumb? I don't know.
I don't know any of the people in this movie.
I don't remember anyone in Jigsaw. I can't even say.
I guess the lady, the blonde lady that gets killed, the one that stole that woman's purse, and she had an asthma attack and died.
Oh,
and then gets stuck in the neck with a bunch of needles.
One note though, he was my nephew.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
John's
Uncle
nephew.
Uncle
Jigsaw.
The biggest dumbass in Spiral has to be Chris Rock, right?
He's up there. I would say either him or like one of the fat cops. Not the one that gets killed initially, but the second one, I would say.
The finger trap one?
The guy in the finger trap.
Yeah.
That's probably my pick if I had to pick a dumbest guy. But Chris Rock is definitely a close second. Like I said, like Chris Rock Saw movie when it was announced, that I was vibrating.
It was his twisted vision.
I was vibrating, and it's just like, because Chris Rock was like, I want to do this because I'm a big Saw fan. It's like, all right, like we have like actual fans, but again, the biggest issue of Spiral is the biggest issue of Jigsaw, which is the script is really bad. Which here's the thing: this isn't to say that like, oh, the Saw movies have great scripts. Of course not, but they understand the movies. They understand the universe they put these movies in, and they understand the tone. The guys they've had to take over for Jigsaw and Spiral and now Saw X, which that's my biggest worry about Saw X, is that it's like it's written by the same duo. I'm like, do these guys fucking get it? But I think the fact that they're bringing Kramer back, I think it's like, okay, like
they can't bog it down with like a new protege. It's got to be
Tobin Bell. Tobin Bell is back for real this time, not like gotcha flashback. Well, it is a flashback movie, but it's like, it's not like, oh, gotcha flashback. Like it's like, it's advertised like, hey, no, he's in it. Like he's in it the entire time. Kevin, the director of Saw 6, the best Saw sequel, he's back on the directing. The trailers look good.
Director of Saw the Final Chapter.
Of course.
Oh, yes, that's right.
He is back. He's back in the directing chair. The trailers look great. The traps look amazing. It's like, okay, we again, maybe Saul is back. Maybe
Saul
also
is
the advertising. The advertising has been great.
Absolutely.
The Nicole Kidman trailer was fucking amazing.
Yes, they know what they're doing this time around.
Did y'all see the popcorn bucket and drink holder that they made?
Yes.
That looked like Billy's head?
No. What?
Yes.
Where is that?
I don't remember, but they've released it for
is it
Saw
Cinemark?
X. I think so.
Yeah.
That's
oh my
it.
god. Yes. Oh my god.
You know I'm getting this shit.
Yeah. Fuck. Where's the closest Cinemark to me?
Oh fuck! I need to look it up.
God damn it. But yeah. Spiral is very flawed. I had a fun time with it, but it's very flawed, and I don't think it's going to age well.
It's definitely. Chris Rock is just not great in it.
I think most of it goes to our precious baby boy Darren Bousman and like his salvaging of the material.
Yes,
because like he can do no wrong even when he does horribly wrong, like Saw 4.
Look, one day me and Nat are gonna have to combine our Darren Lynn Bousman and music discussion, and we're gonna have to talk about fucking Devil's Carnival and Repo. Yeah, on this podcast.
We will have to. I have too many I have too many demons in there, and like memories of people that I knew who were very into it in college to like let it go unchecked. We're gonna force you to sit through it, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's change the channel back to MTV for our next track, which is Hilly Michaels' "Calling All Girls."
I love this song.
I love this song so much.
This song is incredible.
This is a power pop song that friend of the show Luke Phillips will try to show me for sure.
No, this is I literally messaged to Grant, if this song came out today, Stereo Gum would call it like a vital song that proves that power pop revival is back in full force.
Worth mentioning, Hilly Michaels, drummer for Sparks on Big Beats.
That's right.
Yeah. And then he had his own solo career, which was this song and a couple others, but this song is so good, and I love this if you're gonna watch any music video this episode, we say this with every music video.
This is the best music video.
This is like an actually great music video.
Yes.
It's rotoscoped, the animation's really fun. I just really recommend it, and this song has been stuck in my head since I made this episode.
The harmonies on this song are so fucking tight.
Hilly does kind of look like Howard Stern, but he's allowed to have that.
You know what? He looks like live-action Chucky.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Speaking of horror icons.
Horror icon Chucky. Jigsaw's back, Chucky's back, we're back.
We're cooking.
We're cooking.
Yeah, again, this video is great. Like, this looks
like
amazing.
One of the best... Grant, this is one of the best gifts you've given me. Like,
I'm glad you love this, because I really do love this too. Calling All Girls does sound like a bit the Wilford Thrill would do.
Oh god, don't give him ideas. Thank God he doesn't listen to this podcast.
Yeah. Similar to Trevor Horn, he now works as a producer and manager of marketing and development.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna see what his producing credits are. But like, if Hilly Michaels came out of retirement, performing, and was doing a revival tour, I would go. He made an album in 2010. That was the last thing he did.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm glad he's still making music.
Also, apparently, has a song in Caddyshack, which I did not know.
I didn't know that either.
Okay. Yeah, some of these like 80s guys, they pop up in random places, you know. Yeah, this is a fun music video, fun song. I'm going to show Motroper. I'm going to show Luke this, and he's going to show Motroper this.
Look, I was going to say it, but I was going to say, like, I was gonna say, if you're a Motroper fan, you should listen to this.
Yeah, honestly, legitimately, this is good.
The reveal that he's calling all girls so they could come to his birthday party is like an all-timer for me. Damn, I wish every girl on Earth would come to my birthday party.
Yeah, and then throw ice cream at my face.
If I can find any production credits.
I'm gonna check like all music or something.
Yeah, I'm checking RYM. It's mostly like a lot of like other 70s and 80s bands that don't seem that big, but you know, power to him. He's living his truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go. Again, we're gonna start the new cult following for Hilly Michaels. All right, we're gonna
bring him
Hilly
back.
Michaels.
The Hilly Michaels comeback is real, and we're going to make it happen.
Let's see. All right, so do we want to...
Let's not change the channel quite yet, because I only put 10. I put 10 videos in there for 10 Saw movies. So let's get into this next MTV. We
might have to do a brief recording at the end, like to add on after we've all seen Saw X on like Saturday.
Yeah, I would be down to do that
before I start editing. We might have to come back with our Saw X thoughts, but let's keep it going. We've got Monte video and the cassettes with Shoop Shoop Diddy Wop Cumma Cumma Wang Dang, which I'm assuming that's just one of the best song titles of all time. I will say, listeners, I do want you to watch this video because you know the scene in The Sopranos where Junior Soprano is watching TV and then Curb Your Enthusiasm comes on. He's like, why am I on the screen? I felt that way watching this video because, like, I guess Monte Video, I'm assuming that's his name, Monte Video looks just like me in like 10 years.
You found your tethered.
I found my tether. Like, I was legitimately scary how much I look like him. I don't like this. Like, it freaks me out a little bit.
He does look like you.
It's just.
He looks like if you ended up in like in your 40s, like a science teacher, but like the cool science teacher.
Yeah.
This
It's like,
is
again, I lose lose a little bit of weight in the face. Grow, kind of put some good mustache a little thicker. Have a haircut that looks like my hair was burned, and then I'm cooking.
And also got British.
I think this is Australian, actually.
Oh, that's not me.
Or New Zealand.
Obviously.
I don't know.
I mean,
This is the second artist on this playlist.
right, mate. Right, mate.
There we go.
Right, mate.
This is the second artist on this playlist that I found by secondhand record shopping. And when you see an album cover with this guy smiling on it and a little speech bubble that says featuring my hit song Shoop Shoop Diddy Cumma Cumma Wang Gang, you look it up when you get home. And the second Gavin and I heard the song, we knew we had to bring it onto the podcast some way. Like, this was kind of the song that started this playlist, just because it's so goddamn weird. I think I played this in a Music League round once. It's haunted my mind for like 6 or 7 years at this point.
Oh my god.
Shoop Shoop Diddy Cumma Cumma Wang Gang.
There it is.
He
looks like if I cosplayed like Pee Wee Herman.
Yes, that is you in a Pee Wee Herman costume.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Paul Rubens, king of jerking off.
I should add to the soundboard the fucking memories piano, the piano loop from memories. Anytime we mention a dead person, I'm just gonna start playing that.
Here's to the ones that we got.
You jerked off in a theater, and now
John Kramer.
We should do a sequel to Memories Bring Back You, where it's just me and Natalie listing everyone that's died in a Saw movie.
Which is just most characters in Saw movies.
Every character except for Dr. Lawrence Gordon.
Except for Dr. Lawrence Gordon. Oh my god. All right, let's keep it rolling. We got one more MTV video to watch, unless we want to go to Saw.
Let's go back to Saw first, so we can end on the last song of the actual playlist.
Yeah.
This is again me giving up. I wanted to put something.
Yes. Okay. I knew it was gonna be this song. It is a Saw AMV set to The Kill by 30 Seconds to Mars. I can never escape Jared.
I could not escape him. Everywhere I looked in Scotland and Bristol that I turned, where in Bristol I was hanging out with friend of the pod, Alexis. Shout out. But like, there were just like posters for the new 30 Seconds to Mars album fucking everywhere there.
No.
And it had like a fucking QR code that takes you to like Jared Leto's idea of an ARG.
No.
I love how low res this is.
The compression is crazy on this.
But I needed to have something that gets to the heart of the series at its core. The thing that the movies have kind of forgotten for a while, that's the father-son relationship between John Kramer and Amanda.
Of course.
Like,
Saw is about
the
family.
heart of... Yeah, it's the heart of Saw X. We're getting back to our roots, and so we had to get back to where things are as we get back to we lead into this new movie.
Mm-hmm.
I am very happy that Saw or John and Amanda are back in Saw. Like,
yeah,
we need Tobin. We need Shawnee Smith.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, Tobin, he's always looked old, so it's you don't have to think. It's like, okay, yeah, he's got cancer. Shawnee Smith, she's like she's noticeably 20 years older, which again,
absolutely.
respect.
They're not trying to hide that shit.
They're not trying to hide that shit at all, which I think is, I think that's the best way to go for it. I think the whole digital de-aging shit, it's just not, again, the tech isn't, number one, the tech isn't there, and two, it's just morally, it just feels wrong. Like,
that's why the best part of Spiral was the flashback where it's
oh my god, we didn't even talk about the flashbacks in Spiral.
Oh my
we didn't
god,
even
yeah.
Okay, we gotta discuss. Okay.
And fake mustaches.
Yes.
Oh my god, the flashback. Okay, like, here's the thing. Because they killed John Kramer in Saw 3, they've had to rely super heavily on flashbacks to get Tobin Bell in the movies. Spiral is like again, they are not even trying. Like, here's what they could have done. They could have cast just actors to play the younger versions. But instead they put Chris Rock in a baseball cap, and they give Samuel L. Jackson a mustache. And then they do up the lady from Riverdale in like a different hairdo of the era. It's incredible filmmaking. It's beautiful. It's low budget filmmaking at its finest.
Just like the low budget of the MTV music videos that we're talking about here.
Amen to that.
I love that this is the first music video edited on the Sega CD. It's very FMV of that era. Of course, we have Amanda, and this little. Which, by the way, I've mentioned this on the pod. I genuinely love The Kill. I think it's a great song. It's the only good thing that Jared has done, probably.
Yeah.
And the video that rips off The Shining.
Of course.
Oh my god.
I also want to, while we're talking about Saw.
I'm sorry, the little drum break, the frame rate, because the YouTube in 2010 cannot handle the crazy frame rate of like those like.
Yeah.
Did you see anything?
No.
Did you see anything?
It was like Bigfoot fitted.
We need to clip that shit out, please.
Yeah.
Before we get to anything else, I want to say Tobin Bell has a YouTube channel. His videos are pulling less than 1,000 views.
Sad.
Everyone, let's boost
please
Tobin.
Boost Tobin Bell's. His content is actually great.
Oh God, where's Tobin Bell?
Just look up his Shakespeare. That'll probably bring it up. He's been doing Shakespeare monologues.
Okay. Shakespeare. Yeah, they fucking brought him out for fucking Jigsaw. Here we go.
There it is.
Yes.
He have disgraced me.
He put this up over a week ago and it has less than 1,000 views.
Laughed at my losses.
I mean, he got bored during the SAG strike.
Yeah, somebody cast this man in a Shakespeare production. I would travel literally to any city. I would pay however much money. I need to see this.
Oh, also, since we're talking about Tobin, I also want to mention he makes music on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and drop this in our Discord for the episode.
Oh, no.
Yes! Yes!
I'm working on a playlist for a future episode. Look at those last two songs.
Oh my god! We can't watch these yet. We got
no, we can't watch them yet.
I didn't know about the Shawnee song.
Yeah, Shawnee Smith's butt rock song.
Oh my god! Wait, what do we have planned for Halloween? We might have to. I think
they're not going to make it or something.
Okay, we can move that.
We can move that. They're not going to make it till next year. We can do this one for Halloween.
We have to do this. It's a bonus episode.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we're doing a bonus episode about boy bands called "They're Not Going to Make It," about our favorite boy band, No Lonely Hearts. If you're not in the Discord, sorry if you don't understand that reference.
What are you talking about? They're the most popular boy band in the country right now.
I
can move some stuff around. We definitely this is emergency. I'm moving that. Yeah, that's gonna be our Halloween episode, which is perfect because we have an episode we're planning on getting an episode out on the 29th for Patreon supporters, and then the 31st for our regular listeners. So that's perfect. So all right, so we got a Halloween episode coming up from Grant. You're just gonna have to wait and see what it is. But let's wrap it up. Let's change the channel one last time to MTV. I want my MTV. And this is a great capper to the playlist because this is the first music video that's very much like post like this era, that is celebrating this era of music videos. And of course is Weird Al Yankovic, Dare to Be Stupid, his DEVO style parody.
This is my favorite thing Weird Al has ever done, I think.
Yeah, this is his best video.
I'm a little partial to White Nerdy personally, but I
mean, that's like the one that brought me to the ball, but this is just such. Ever since I knew who DEVO was, this has been just like so special to me. Like, of course, the budget is better here than it is in.
And you got the babies.
Video.
Yeah. You got the babies.
But
the giant babies
everything is
Cowboys.
Here, and it's done so well.
Yes. Oh, yep. In the man dancing. Oh, creepy, like grown up
Creepy
Chucky's, grown up Chucky doll mask.
Like, and it still
David Byrne
manages.
cameo.
It's David Byrne. Yeah.
Manages
That
to
action.
look very cheap, and I love that. That it really goes for the entire aesthetic of these
Yes.
videos. Perfect celebration of them.
What the fuck is he talking about in this video? What the fuck is he talking about in this song?
It's about daring to be stupid.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's mostly just plays on.
Oh my god, the toaster guitar. That's an incredible gag.
All of this is just plays on like famous like 50s kind of phrases. You know, don't put your eggs all in one basket and stuff. But changing them to be the opposite, hence dare to be stupid. It's pretty simple, but I think it's effective for kind of DEVO and their ethos.
Yeah, great animation segment here.
Mm-hmm. The green screen, incredible.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about this. This is just an iconic video, iconic song.
Yeah.
Great early bit of Weird Al.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I think this is not his first style parody, but this is definitely the first one that blew up, right?
Yeah, this is his first really big one, I believe. Mm-hmm.
I feel like because at this point, he already had done My Baloney. Yeah, because My Baloney, that was his breakthrough.
That was like one of his first ones.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great song, great video. What else can you say? Like peak of the era, you know?
Yeah,
like,
and of course this has to happen before like Eat It, where you're already like riffing on MTV once it's gotten big. This is riffing on MTV before it was MTV, after MTV has become MTV.
Right.
Huh? I completely understood what you just said, but even then, my brain still takes a minute to process.
I mean, it made perfect.
Said.
But it's like we've said the word MTV so much. So much should count if we've said MTV or Saw more times on this episode.
I think I think I could probably run this through like an AI transcript and see how many times, like on like Descript or something, and see how many times it pops up. Great song, great video. What else can you say? Again, this is just an era of like I said, this is just an era of music that I think is dearly missed. I think the closest that we got, like the closest we got to kind of like bringing back this era to an extent, was like early YouTube.
I was about to say that is the perfect analogy right there.
That's like the closest, and it's just we haven't. You would think maybe TikTok would have gotten there, but no. TikTok. The thing is that TikTok started off as like Musically, and so it was never going to be.
It was
like
never
that.
going to have this. Yeah.
Like
no.
Like I'm gonna literally like my TikTok feed right now. I'm gonna scroll through my TikTok feed, and I'm gonna see when a clip from Chicago Med or House pops up on my TikTok feed, because the one thing about TikTok that is very similar to early YouTube is that for right now it is in the like Wild West days of like copyright, because people are just straight up uploading full movies in like 17 parts to TikTok. I honestly think it kind of rocks in a way, but also at the same time it's very scary for like writers and actors and like royalties and shit, but it's very funny. I'm gonna refresh my feed and we're gonna see what pops up. All right, the first thing is a crowd at the 1975 show, clip from Wheatus Teenage Dirtbag, a video of a tiny dog, a little sausage. The first time aliens smoked 500 cigarettes. That's a clip from the Orville, I think. So it only took four videos until a TV show clip.
All right.
Very loud music and captions in Chinese, I think.
Okay.
So shouts out. But that is it for this episode. Grant, thank you for putting together this playlist. As we've mentioned, again, Halloween, we have a great Halloween episode on the way for y'all, I guess. I'll move the playlist around, the episodes around a little bit, but I believe I know for sure our next two episodes are going to be this, which is the Nepo Baby Birthday Bash. It's going to be fun, and then our Twilight New Moon episode.
All
we're
right.
talking about the soundtrack to Twilight New Moon. And then somewhere in there, Taylor Swift for Boys, this Halloween episode, and they're not gonna make it. Which I'm Taylor Swift for Boys. That's gonna be a great one.
That's gonna be a legendary episode right there.
Yeah. But that is it. Thank you all for listening to this episode. And which I guess if there's anything you want to plug, Natalie just put out a fantastic anniversary piece for the Fiery Furnaces on Stereogum on top of a bunch of other great writing they've done lately. So go to Natalie's Twitter, look at those bylines. Natalie's picking them up like crazy. And for me, I don't know what the fuck. I'm just doing this podcast. That's it. I'm just doing this podcast.
Hey, I've got a couple plugs, Matty.
What do you got? Okay.
Hey, you.
Saw
listening.
X in theaters this weekend.
Well, damn it, that was going to be one of them. Okay, but seriously, if you're a fan of amateur drag artists, I have revived my drag competition on Instagram at the Monster Mash Bash. I've got some incredible artists, and they're doing all horror and comedy exclusive things. Our upcoming challenge, I'm telling them to make trailers in the style of 70s Grindhouse. It's going to be fun. I've heard some concepts. It's going to be great. It's very fun, very funny. They're all very hardworking, very dedicated. So if you're into that, check it out. If not, go see Saw X in theaters in the coming days.
Yes, which we'll probably cut to very shortly. Our thoughts on Saw X if we remember to record this on Saturday. So for right now, we will see you all next time. Bye bye.